there are some choices that were made that I can quibble with. And I'll start at the very beginning.
Let's hit it.
The credits.
Oh, really? They're too long.
That was new technology too. This pseudo CGI effect of like the 3D zooming letters, but it goes on for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like an overture though. At the very least, John Williams' score never lets you down. Never lets you down. So even while I'm just sitting there going like, really? We're into the costumers now? And now grips and, oh good, there's catering. It's like, shh. Craft service provided by Joe's Taco Truck and all that kind of stuff. I just sit there going like, okay. There's also a quibble of starting it. Did you notice this? We noticed this, me and John, when we were doing one of the IP Squad things, which is one of his other podcasts that I show up on. In the 80s, when they were doing like comic book movies or comic strip based movies, they felt the need to like, we need to bring you in somehow. In Flash Gordon, it's starting off with a comic strip panel and then, like Alex Raymond drawings, as if they're like going, okay, guys, we're about to go into a comic book. And so this thing with the theatrical curtains opening and the little girl's voiceover, and it says June 1938. But why didn't they use the actual cover of Action Comics #1? They made up a comic cover. That's not one that ever was I'm like, why not just, if you're saying June 38, just give us Action 1. Give us this guy right here. Just give us this guy right here.
Yeah.
Why do I want to give it? Not that that's a big thing. I mean, I still love the transition, especially where she's just talking about the Daily Planet. It's like the world's upended and so forth. But the movie itself doesn't take place in 38. It's like a strange, weird way to bring us into the story.
One of the best looking miniatures is when that panel turns into the actual model of Daily Planet.
I do love that so much.
And, I know we didn't get to actually see the modern Daily Planet that we get to is just the news building and a real building in New York. But that doesn't have a globe at the top. Doesn't. It does have a beautiful globe in the lobby. So that kind of made up for it.
That you yourself
I've visited several times, yeah. But I do love that. The one thing I love about the opening sequence is they take advantage of this, that we're traveling from late 1930s Earth into space all the way to Krypton. And we eventually, the credits take us there at the end of it. But when you finally get up and Raoul, the name of the Red Sun, then it goes down below that and you see Krypton.
I think those effects are great.
Oh, yeah. When it got to that point, it's so gorgeous.
The way you come up on that sun, which is a really nicely done effect, because you see like the surface is, boiling energy, and then you do that dip underneath, and then you just come up on the coldness of Krypton. And I'm like, oh, that's badass.
Which I pay tribute to at the end of every full episode of the show. There's my recreation of that opening shot.
Oh, it's so great.